All right. Oh, I did that intentionally. So, in honor of college nationals, I'm representing where I cheered. I also cheered professionally with the Atlanta Hawks, but college nationals, Troy University, representing for the Trojans of Troy University. I got my sweatshirt just in case I decide to swing through nationals after Region One. Yesterday was Region Two, and y'all, I made notes. I saw some good stuff in Region 2. I still think Region 4 is the most stacked region. Even after just like sitting at dinner last night and I was talking and I was like, I still think Region 4 just like we have like the most competitions in our divisions because I mean they had a lot of small non-tumble. We did too, blah, 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 all of that good stuff. And they really had a lot of game day. But I'll have to go through like all of them and just look and see which regions are the most competitive, I guess, after we get like after states and I see who does well at semis, who does well at states and all of that good stuff. But I could be a little biased. I think it's Region 4. I've always said that whenever Region 4 decides to, walk hand in hand and be brother and sister and all of that good stuff, that we're going to be the strongest region. Yeah, it's MLK weekend. He had a dream. I have a dream. And my dream is for Region 4 to come together as one and truly support each other. Like, we can have friends in other regions. Don't get me wrong. I have friends in other regions that I love to death. I have an affinity for Region 4 because those are the teams that I have the closest proximity to. So I feel like if I'm going to help any other teams, and like I have helped teams in Region 4, but even like when I was at the competition yesterday and my friends was like, we did their routine. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if we're ever going to do that, then Region 4 has to stick together. But Region 4, they barely want you to see their routine because people be taking stuff or people be doing reports or whatever. All I know is that at the end of the day, cheerleading is about the kids. And if we want our kids to have the best experience, then some of us with the best expertise need to present and show ourselves more friendly so that we can actually be an asset to these people. Because everybody can't pay for proven camps. And people don't need to have proven camps come in to do something that, oh, well, there's a state champion right up the road. There's a top finalist at nationals right down the street. Like, why don't you reach out to them? Because they don't present themselves as friendly, or because, like they stay to themselves and all of that good stuff. And that's a conversation for another day. I just wanted to start it off that way. I do not have a snack. It is currently 8:53 in the morning. My alarm is going to go off at 9:30 so I can go over to Region 1. But I don't have a snack today. But today, Aquaphor. You guys, y'all see this? Y'all see the chocolate skin? Y'all see this? Y'all see this glistening caramel? Aquaphor. I mean, and Gloria and Jackie O'Neal definitely did their big one. Shout out to God for blessing them with their last final child. So they looked at me and said, this is it. Like, he's the one. Y'all, this good old, ooh, I love being dark skinned. I love being brown. I don't even think I'm dark skinned, but yeah, I love being brown. Everything go with my color. Like, look at it. That blue, it look good on that brown, don't it? That gray, it look good on that brown, don't it? Like, that blood, it look good on that brown. Yeah, I promise you, this short sweatshirt, it gonna look good on this brown. I love being brown, especially when I'm not ashy brown. A good old oily, shiny brown. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. Nothing like it. Good times. I love it. 34 years. All right. Let's get into what y'all really came here for. Y'all came here for Region 2. I got Region 2. I'm finna talk about Region 2. Before I get into Region 2, though, I want to do just a 2-section PSA. Section 1, PSA. Let's normalize being competitive without being catty. I've said it time and time again, but it keeps coming up. People keep asking me if I have beef with teams. I do not have beef with teams. I've said it several times. I only have beef with the devil. If I am going against you and competing against you, I am going to try to get in your head. That is competition. You have to be physically tough, mentally tough, spiritually tough. Like, you have to be emotionally tough. You have to be tough. And then some people be like, we ain't got to be all that. Like, no, I didn't say be dirty like that. No. But if somebody asks me a question and you're a competitor of mine, who's going to be like, oh, they're going to beat me. They're going to stomp my head in. Nobody going to say that. Even if we were playing football, which I have to take it back to football or basketball. If this team is ranked number 1 in the state and they've been blowing everybody out, when you come to see me or when I come to see you, it's 0-0 when that clock starts. And I'm going to think, hey, it could be anybody's day. I've looked at their film. They do these things extremely well. These things they don't do so well. And just because I say these things they don't do so well, don't be like, oh, they a hater. No, nobody is perfect. There are things that teams do well, and there are things that teams do not so well. And in order to beat those teams, you have to capitalize on what they don't do well. That's not to say anything negative about them or to have a beef with them. Like, I'm literally getting to the point where I'm just like, people want to think that I have an issue with them so that they can try to take away from the good things that I am doing in the game, in the atmosphere of cheer. Because at the end of the day, I don't have a beef with anybody. I will help any single athlete. I will help any single team. I will help anybody that needs my help. Everybody won't do that. And we are going to be different in that aspect. Some people be like, you can't let everybody in because of blah, blah, blah. I've always said you're never gonna make me think that helping another team is gonna send me to hell. So I'm always willing to help. That is who I am. That's who I'm always going to be. And I think that it comes down to if you don't if you don't just worship and bow down at people, they automatically think you got a problem with them. Like I can think that you're good and still think that you're beatable. I can think that you're great and still think that my team can line up with you. That is okay. That's not a beef. And if I'm saying something about your program, your team, I'm probably not directly saying it about your program and team unless we are direct competitors. And if that's the case, I'm studying you. So I see patterns and I see what you're doing. And just because I say it doesn't mean I dislike you guys at all. Like I'm still learning as well. Like I literally just had a text encounter the other day where when I put out the video about, oh, you don't have to throw all 3 skills. If you got like 3 stunt groups, you can water down 1 and let 2 do the heavy lifting. It was one of my recent videos when I said, I know for a fact that there's a team that has 6 groups. Like, I really can't speak on my team because we don't water down skills. So I have to take it to teams that I've seen do it. I know that there's a team with 6 groups that do 3 of the elites. You know what I'm saying? Like, even yesterday in Region 2, Haggerty is amazing, but they watered down like one of their stunts. One of their stunts didn't do like whatever the elite was. I don't know if it was the high to high full around or whatever it was, but they told one stunt, just don't spin and just hit the air best. And that's perfectly fine. Like, I'm not saying that to say, oh, they can't do it. I'm saying that it's allowed. So stop listening to respond and stop wanting to be the victim in everybody's story and listen for comprehension. I just did a lesson on that in my classroom. Listening for comprehension. What was said, what you heard can be 2 totally different things. But I know for a fact, this is a video. You can rewind it back. What was said was, don't put your kids at risk for injury trying to get team skills because evidently team skills are not that important. I'll say it again because it's not a lie and I'm not making it up. There are teams that do not put team skills in every single section of their routine. And I had a coach reach out to me and gave a full explanation why they don't. I didn't ask why. I just said that there are teams that do it. So thanks for the information. It's a good cheat sheet because now if I'm ever in it, like now once I get ready to make routines because I do choreograph, I can utilize the information given to me and be like, we don't have to do it. Here it is in black and white telling you, you only need to do this. I don't even remember what the message said, to be honest, because I was like, that's not even, like, I didn't ask a question, so I really didn't need an answer. So I don't know. And feeling the need to defend yourself when people are literally being like, y'all are amazing, y'all did great, X, Y, Z, things that I've also said, and then just feeling like, oh, well, let me explain why we do this. Like, I don't mind the explanation because it makes me smarter and it makes me a better coach. But I'm not questioning anybody's coaching. I'm just saying that, and I'll still say it, if you have 5 stunt groups, if you have 4 stunt groups, my alarm went off, my bad. But I'm just saying, and I'll still say it, if you have 4 stunt groups, and one of them is struggling, then you can water down a section of your routine for that one group and you won't be penalized the ultimate penalty. We've seen it happen. And if you haven't seen it happen, then watch cheerleading. You'll see it happen. And it's nothing to be offended by because it's not a slight or a jab. It's a fact. So like I said, if you don't like the fact that, oh, you only do 3 out of the 4 stunts or you only do 2 out of the 3 stunts, then do all 3. But if you have a true reason behind it, and I'm not asking for reasoning, then okay. Okay, like, cool. I take all the information anyway, because at the end of the day, I'm getting better. And I'm getting better because of people that actually pour into me, whether they try to pour into me like being like, hey, let me explain to you why it's XYZ, or whether it's like, let me defend myself on some XYZ. I'm still just gonna take the positive out of it because I'm like, you ain't gotta defend yourself to me at all. I'm not after you. I'm not bullying you. I'm not doing none of that. So you ain't got to defend yourself to me. But I do appreciate the information because I can pass this information on to make everybody in my circle better, which is my ultimate goal in life. So thank you. That's PSA number 1. PSA number 2. Okay. Last year, the past 2 years, I've been very open about, like coming from Bama, we do things differently in Bama. Like the rules are different. The days you can practice, the seasons, all of that good stuff. Competitive cheer in Bama is like non-stop. You can just go, 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 go. Danielle said, no, you can't do that down here. But I've been very open because there are schools that are new to competitive cheer that's just like, oh, we can practice this day. We can do this. We can do this. And I'm like, you cannot do anything on Sundays. Okay. I learned my lesson. I've been fined. You cannot do anything on Sundays. Okay. Don't do it. Okay. Well, along with those like reporting things, blah, 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 I was reported by someone that still to this day doesn't really know me. We really never had a conversation, blah, 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 all of that good stuff. And this allegation that they made against me was very detrimental to my character, to who I am as a coach, to who I am as a person. Clearly, they didn't know me. Clearly, they didn't know God don't play about me either. I almost said what I wanted to say, but no, they just didn't know God don't play about this little brown boy. God don't play about me. But so yeah, they once again, I don't know any of you guys. So once I see that like you don't mean me any good and like, oh, you don't respect me or you don't like me, I don't know y'all. So I block y'all. Like if a grown up don't respect another grown up, why am I gonna leave the lines of communication open so we can fight? I'm okay with a little scrapping. I really am. But at the end of the day, I ain't trying to dog walk nobody in the state of Florida because I know that I'm gonna go to jail. So I'm trying to keep my paws to myself because although I am more than capable of dog walking a lot of y'all, because growing up where I grew up, y'all, these scars in my face, yo, what you think they came from? A parade when people were throwing candy? We throw down easily and good at it. So it is what it is. But I ain't trying to dog walk nobody. But let me get back to the actual PSA number 2. PSA number 2. I received the message in my restricted, good old blocked inbox because you're blocked. At the end of the day, once the report was made, they shared all the details of the report with me and they shared who it was. And I literally told my team is very aware of what happened because I told my team, look, I gotta sit down for 6 weeks. I'm not gonna be able to go to head-to-heads. We're not gonna be able to compete. We will be able to practice, but for 6 weeks, we're basically like on hiatus. Like, I'm technically not even y'all head coach for 6 weeks. They're like, what happened? So I told them what happened. I told them, like, this is what happens when people don't like you to the point where they start to lie on you. And because I'm new in Florida, the only thing they could do is investigate it and be like, well, it could be true because we don't know him. I say it all the time. I don't know y'all. So we don't know him. So we have to investigate it. Everything came out squeaky clean. At the end of the day, I'm never gonna harm a kid. I'm never gonna bully a kid. I'm never gonna talk trash about a kid. Once again, listening for comprehension is way more important than listening to respond. I know I'm finna get to region 2. But when it came out and it was all cleared out, I was like, cool, I'll never have communication with this person again. So I'm gonna block them on every single social media site. They have no business seeing anything I'm doing because when they had access, they abused their access. So now you have none. You gotta get on somebody else's page to see what I'm doing. Either way, 2 weeks ago, no, it wasn't. It was last week. It was at regionals. Last week, I got a message and it had a little request. And typically I get requests all the time from like coaches and like I got plenty of people like, hey, when your season's over, can we sit down and talk? I would like to be mentored. I would like to shadow under you. Y'all, I'm just doing me. I don't think that I'm like Kevin Lamb, Jason Larkin. I don't think that I'm the top dog yet. It's coming. But I'm just doing me. And if people gravitate towards my genuine personality and my authentic love for the sport, don't hate me for being at the tables that you had to beg, borrow, and steal to be at. Don't hate me for being in the rooms that you have yet to break into. And if you are in those rooms, just be happy that somebody else made it in the room. Like, y'all are the weirdest people. It's like y'all get so possessive about the craziest of things. Like, I do not have to try to just group myself with winners. Like, I can group myself with people that are up and coming. I can group myself with people that don't even have a program. I can group myself with people that are equivalent to me. That does not intimidate me. That's the level of cockiness and confidence that I have. A lot of y'all say y'all have that level of cockiness and confidence, but y'all don't have that level of cockiness and confidence because every single thing intimidates you and makes you insecure, even to the point where somebody says something about your team or program that is true. All of a sudden, it's why are they talking about this? If you're really cocky and really confident and really at the top, you understand that people strive to be like you. And when people striving to be like you, imitation is the highest form of flattery. So why are you upset that someone is invested in your program? It doesn't make sense. Why are you upset that someone is dissecting and looking at your routines? That doesn't make sense. Like, if you're really at the top, be at the top and know what comes with being at the top. People are going to want to know what we do to be at the top. And either you're okay with sharing it or you're not. But if you're truly confident, somebody else's success doesn't threaten yours. If you're truly confident. All right, done with that. So either way, I got a message in my little restricted inbox or whatever. So I went and I clicked it and I saw who it was from. And I was like... But I was like, you know what? It's 2026. Let me just see what this could entail. And in true fashion, not an apology in there. Not any accountability anywhere. Nothing. Just oh, your team looked amazing and we were rooting for your team. They've come such a long way. You haven't. Because if you know what you did, if you know that you went on that website and filed a complaint against somebody, why would you type in a congratulatory message with no type of apology or nothing? Like, we know it was you. Like, so at the end of the day, if you're not going to be accountable for the things that you did to my program, not even to me, I could care less. You don't know me, so treat me how you will. But if you're not going to be accountable for what you did to my program, I don't need your apology. What we doing? Like, at the end of the day, I don't need your appreciation. And that's not to say, like, listen to the whole video. That's not to say, oh, now he don't want people to congratulate him. That's not what I said. I don't need your appreciation without the accountability or the apology. Because a lot of people just like to sweep stuff under the rug, like, I was having a rough time in life. Oh, really? Really? So they gave you the right to cause havoc in other people's lives. Exactly. Be accountable, apologize, and then your appreciation will be okay. You might come off the block list. However, with no accountability and no apology, I'm sorry. I can't accept that, because at the end of the day, yes, my team did amazing. I'm glad that people were cheering for my team. However, how are you sending us appreciation when you literally lied and tried to sit us down, set me down for 6 weeks for an investigation that I would never have to go through again, thank God. But no apology, no accountability, just appreciation for, oh, y'all did so great. Nah, shout, we don't get down like that. So you're still sitting right there in that little blocked area. If you want to know how to get out the blocked area, be sincere and apologize, because you were wrong. And let's normalize saying when we were wrong, you were wrong. And I don't need you to be like, oh, we're going to cheer for your program no matter what. Why are you cheering for my program when you was fighting against me? Did you forget? Because I did not. So what we talking about? All right, so that's my PSA number 2. Now, let's get into actual Region 2. All right, we finna get into Region 2 so I can get over to Region 1. All right, so in Region 2, game day, I ain't gonna lie to you, I really didn't get a chance to watch a lot of the game days, just because game day with 12 people is not as interesting as game day with the 24s, with game day is the 30s. And state of Florida say you can only have 12. I will say this, Freedom out of Orlando was really, really good. The 12 they had was really good. If they could have had 8 more on the mat, it would have been a show. If they would have had 12 more on the mat, it would have been a production. But they did really, really good. So I don't know who won. They probably won. I didn't look at the results for game day or anything like that. To be honest, I really didn't look at the results for any of them, because I watched them all with my eye and I was like, I can pretty much just about gauge who won. But you know what? Let's just pull it up. That way we not just out here spreading false information, because people be looking for reasons to be like, he don't even know what he's talking about. All he had to do is click, 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 and the results was right there. Well, honey, I didn't want to click, 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 but now I'm going to click, 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 okay? Because I already know how y'all get. Y'all be like, yeah, he just be on there talking. He don't know what he be talking about. Well, you get on here and get the talking in, okay? All right, game day, look at that. Freedom with a 93.9, okay? West Shore was in second. Once again, I don't know too much about these game day teams because they are just small. Like 12 people on the mat for game day, like, yay, I'm overly excited, yes, because the kids are having a great time. But I don't know. I feel like we should up the number for the game day kiddos, just to be honest. After game day in small, all right, I watched all the small. So before I even give you the results, small, they had West Orange, Winter Haven, Seabreeze, Windermere, and the Masters Academy, okay? Seabreeze, I've never heard of you guys till yesterday. Feel the Breeze, oh my God. Y'all looked really, really good. And Windermere won first place. Now I can do this. Windermere was first with an 87.6. Seabreeze was second with an 81.1. Y'all, Windermere, last year I became a real fan of Windermere because of like their nationals run. And this year when I saw them, I was like expecting like, ooh, they finna come out. They finna be fire. Like, they wasn't fire like I thought they were gonna be, but you can still see like they're so good. Like you can see all of their potential. It just looked like they was like, we finna put this together and our main focus is either states or nationals or something like that. But they were good, don't get me wrong. Lime ladies, lime time, they were good. But last year it was like, oh, they were swinging, like they was busting noses. And then this year they still look good. They scored at 87.6. I just feel like they was like, y'all, we could do this in our sleep. And it was good, but I thought that they was going to really show out. Seabreeze was second. West Orange was third. West Orange has a cute little cheer. It's like, wow, W-O-W. So yeah. I don't know what the last W is for in the West Orange. Are they the West Orange Warriors maybe? I'm not sure. But they have a cute little section and they cheer and their signs and stuff are cute too. So West Orange was in third. Masters Academy was in fourth and Winter Haven came in fifth. If you ask me, the best out of small 1,000% was 1,000% Windermere and Seabreeze. Seabreeze, don't know exactly where y'all came from, but I mean, Daytona, of course, I can read and I comprehend. But like, just saying, like, I don't know how long y'all been on the scene. I've also haven't been on the scene for long, so you can be like, we've been on the scene longer than you've been here. That could be a true statement. It still don't change the fact that I don't know how long y'all been on the scene. But this year, y'all looked really, really good. Really, really good. Now, medium varsity, I literally, y'all, I don't know if you can see it good, probably can't. I put a star beside Timber Creek. Timber Creek looked so good. So I don't know who got Timber Creek and medium varsity. They scored at 80.8, but their energy just looked good. Like they looked good. And once again, I had never heard of them before until yesterday. And I didn't even get a chance to record them because like once they came out the gate and they came out with like backhand sprinkles, I was like, oh wait, where my iPad at? Like they were really, really good. Oviedo was in second place and then Bishop Moore was in third place. I've seen Oviedo. Oviedo looked really, really good. Bishop Moore, when I met Bishop Moore, I think Bishop Moore was like in the same division as like Providence and Lords and all of them. But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, you got to compete against somebody. I think Bishop Moore is still in that division. I'm out of the division, so I don't know. I jumped literally from medium tumble my first year to large non-tumble my second year, now to extra large non-tumble. Like, I got to find a home and stick there. I really do. But so maybe Bishop Moore has always been in this division, but Timber Creek looked absolutely amazing. I definitely was a fan of good old Timber Creek. In large tumbling, y'all, oh baby. Winter Park, Winter Park, Winter Park. Y'all, from two mans to Tumberlands to the pyramids to the cheer, y'all, Winter Park got it. They got it. They got it. Scoring a 92.4. If anybody deserved a 92.4, give it to them. Give it to them ladies from Winter Park. Y'all, they looked phenomenal. And I didn't even get a chance to speak to Coach Candace. I literally wrote her. I was like, I saw your team. They looked amazing. I wanted to get a chance to speak, but I didn't get that opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, you should have spoke. And I should have. I'm sorry. I will speak at States 1000%. But y'all, Winter Park, shoot. Let me say it one more time. A 92.4. They look absolutely amazing. Spruce Creek was in second. Olympia was in third. And then South Lake was in fourth. Spruce Creek looked good too. And I'm not just saying that because their initials are SC. But Spruce Creek did look good. They really did. But that SC definitely gets you points in my book. Okay? Extra large tumbling Lake Mary. Like front pops Lake Mary. Like fools Lake Mary. Like hand in hands doing the things Lake Mary. They were amazing. They looked really, really good. And to have that many kids on one accord, y'all, I have an extra large team, and I feel like Lake Mary has more than I have. I have 23. I know Lake Mary got to have 28. They might max out with 30, but they look so good. And one thing I really enjoyed about watching Lake Mary is that most of the time when you have a lot of kids on the mat, it looks chaotic. They all looked very uniform. It looked really, really good. So I enjoyed watching Lake Mary. Now let's go to small non-tumble. Avon Park was there. I think I called him Avon Park, and my friend from Foundation looked at me and said, Avon Park? And I was like, look, in Alabama, we have an Avon lady. I don't know if y'all done heard of the Avon lady. It's like the knockoff Mary Kay. They don't call it the Avon lady. They call it Avon, and it's spelled the exact same. So excuse my Bama for coming out, but I met them. Lovely group of people. Love Coach Sherry. Her athletes were so respectful, so amazing, and I cannot wait to see y'all at States. I'm excited. All right, so in the small non-tumble, Colonial took it home. They scored at 82.7. Colonial at States, they look different than Colonial at UCA and at Nationals. And I'm guessing because of like the number of boys, you can only have two on the state of Florida. But I mean, they still scored first place, 82.7. So what y'all doing is working. Y'all got first place. I was like, bro, they put on a show at UCA, so I know it's about to be a show. But I mean, it was still a show. It just was like a different roster, like a different lineup. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, I don't want nobody to think I'm talking crap. Y'all still did amazing. It was just a different lineup because it's not the same team. Like, I think y'all removed like two boys, but I'm pretty sure they coming back for Nationals. So now I'm excited for the National show for sure because y'all's UCA performance was sick. It was sick. Lakeland Christian was in second. Lake Highland Prep was in third. Y'all, Lake Highland Prep look like they don't have nobody older than a 10th grader on their mat. They look like babies, but they did so good. And they had true joy and enthusiasm when they performed. Like, they looked so good. They looked like their oldest kid is literally a 10th grader, but they looked amazing. Lake Wales was next in fourth. Horizon, Auburndale. Yeah. It's a lot of teams in small non-tumble. The champ was Colonia, though. And shout out to Colonia. I literally cannot wait to see y'all at Natty's. Lake Wales, I'm a fan of you guys, too. Y'all had an amazing performance. Y'all just had that one section that I think threw off y'all energy. The spelling of the cheer, and not to be super critical, but y'all spell out the entire Lake Wales, like Lakewales. Like, you know how like Lake Mary does like the Lake. I think Lake Mary does that. I know Winter Park does it. They do like the winter in the park, but they have it like separate, not like all across. Like maybe spell out lake and then just have Wells because y'all are already small. So instead of trying to jumble up all the letters on signs, maybe do like Lake. We're Lake Wells. I don't know. That's just an idea. Don't think that I'm in here trying to change up your routine. I just think that you could utilize more people if you had like those 4 people on signs, and then like that free up people to have like, I don't know, 1 big sign that says Wells or 2 big sign that says Wells. That's just my opinion. Do what you will with that though. All right. Love you guys because that uniform is in my UCA wish list. I'm gonna get it. It's expensive though. And yeah, so We are underfunded, underprivileged kids. We will not be getting that uniform right now. All right, so that was small non-tumbling. Medium non-tumble, y'all. My friends at River Ridge from out in Davenport took it home. I said that they would take it home. I literally said it on my when we did the video not too long ago. Aquaphor works on your lips too, people. But I said that if they did their job, they take it home. They did their job, they took it home. And another coach, Cinder Drills, we get a chance to chit chat via Instagram. Didn't get a chance to meet her because like I was literally like watching with intent. But River Ridge did amazing. Congratulations on your first place finish. I know that there are things that you wanted to work on going in the States. Rep them out. I mean, you're going in the finals. You get one chance to perform. You guys are medium non-tumble. And I believe you said that you were 1A. Which, fun fact, West Nassau, I don't think that they're in medium non-tumble anymore. I'm going to be able to let y'all know more in a second because it's 7 minutes till 9:30, so let me hurry up. But on the UCA thing, they're in small non-tumble all girl. They're not in varsity co-ed anymore. So in a second, I'm about to get a chance because they only had 11 on the mat at UCA and they had a guy which put them in co-ed. So if they're now in small all girl, that means the guy must be gone. Like that's just common sense. Oh, he gossiping about West Nassau. Y'all, it's common the frack sense if they were in varsity co-ed and all of a sudden they are not on our varsity co-ed lineup because we're varsity co-ed. So I type in West Nassau and they're listed as all girl. It's common sense. It's not gossip. It's public knowledge. Gosh, y'all are the worst. Not y'all, because my people are amazing. Those people over there are the worst. But no. And if that's the case, then that means today they probably gonna be in small non-tumble. Bishop Snyder is in small non-tumble. But that also opens up medium non-tumble because everybody in medium non-tumble knew you had to go through West Nassau. Baldwin. Yo, I'm so ready to get out here to Clay. I'm 30 minutes away from Clay. I can't wait to get there. All right, let's keep going. So medium non-tumble, Ridgeview won. Harmony was second. Harmony was really good, and that's where I'm going to stop because Harmony was really, really good. I recorded them, and I was like, yo, I really don't know any of these Region 2 teams, but Harmony looked amazing. And they had some like timing issues and some like mishaps and stuff like that. But overall, when they cleaned that up and they have time to clean it up going into states, y'all, I think we're going to hear Harmony name. I'm claiming it now for y'all, Harmony. I think we're going to hear y'all name, and I want to hear it because y'all were good when I watched. Large non-tumble. This division, y'all, had people clutching their pearls, and rightfully so. Lakeland, first place. Foundation Academy, second place. Lake Brantley, third place. Lake Brantley, I don't think it was fair what happened to y'all at all. Music, counts, timing, it was just... And you know how like you tell athletes, don't show it on your face. Like, no. When stuff like that happens, stuff that never happens, it throws off your entire psyche. And you can be like, be champion-minded, fight through it. These are kids. When their music mess up, like literally, we know about the music mess up of 2-3 years ago. That does something to you that like, it is like your eternal fear. You do not want your music to mess up. You don't want your kids out there doing a routine to an 8-count track or to people count super fast or super slow. Y'all did not, that music mess up, y'all did not deserve that. And then even once the music got fixed and y'all started doing y'all routine, you could just tell that like, y'all was like, frazzled, you know what I'm saying? Skill wise, y'all had the skill. I just think that y'all was like so like I think y'all sort of thought like our music messed up. We're not going to be able to qualify for states because there is a hey, if your music messed up, it's on you sort of clause. But they scored a 78, 77, something like that. So they're going to semis and yo, I don't know if it was the DJ or if it was the phones, but a lot of people music messed up. And my friend said it was the DJ. But hey, I ain't gonna say that, but my friend said that. However, I didn't have to play no music. But y'all, triple check your music and make sure your music is good to go because the last thing you want is music errors. Like, the kids got enough to worry about. Like, press play and let's pray for the best. Let's hope that the track plays all the way through. Now, let me talk about this because Foundation is family. Like, you heard it. Foundation is family. Rachel and Kristen are family. And some of the best coaches I've ever met. They are very smart coaches. They make extremely smart decisions. Lakeland looked amazing. I'll always give people their props, even though I got a report saying that I was trying to pick on their kids, and I've never talked to their kids a day in my life, never talked to their coaches a day in my life. Anybody can make a report, baby. Anybody. And they can say anything in the reports. I was walking with Dillard to their bus the entire time when this said incident was happening. Like, literally, I was taking pictures with Olympic Heights. And after taking pictures with Olympic Heights, Dillard walked right through Olympic Heights, and I hugged Nikki. I basically locked arm in arm with Ernest, and we walked straight to the parking lot. There was no other incidents that happened. While inside of the arena, I was sitting with Coach Nikki from Olympic Heights and Katie, who was at Plant City at the time. I was sitting with Katie, those two the entire time. So was there any unsportsmanlike conduct, picking on kids, blah, blah, blah. None of that was going on because Coach Nikki was right beside me and Coach Katie was there too. So once again, people say whatever, but at the end of the day, that's never going to change who I am. Lakeland, y'all did amazing and y'all deserve first place. Y'all really did. I've been watching y'all routine since UCA, and I just said whoever makes y'all routine does a phenomenal job because it flows beautifully. It flows beautifully. It is a beautifully designed routine. Foundation, y'all's routine is amazing. But when I was watching it, same thing. Like I said, y'all, I was like, y'all took something out. And they was like, we had to water down. And I was like, bro, I was like, that's what it was. Because don't get me wrong, Lakeland did extremely well. But y'all, the point gap in this, Lakeland scored an 85.8, Foundation scored an 85, and then they had like a 1 point deduction or whatever. But a 0.8 difference and watering down your 360s, that probably would have been that 0.8. You know, and then they end their pyramid with one of the hardest skills that you can throw, and they didn't throw it. So that probably also would have been that 0.8. But I just asked from coach to coach, I was like, do you feel like you made the right decision watering it down and, not throwing it, seeing that had you thrown it, you probably would have topped them? And they said, yes, we do. And it just assured me that I'm around the right people for my growth because, 1 second, my alarm, hold on. All right, I'm back. It just assured me that I'm around the right people for my growth because I often battle internally with, am I doing the right thing? But I don't have an assistant coach to bounce it off of. So I'm always able to bounce it off of Megan from Ozark. I'm always able to bounce it off of Coach Ernest, Coach Carey, Coach Christie. I'm always able to bounce it off of Kristen from Foundation and Rachel from Foundation. I'm able to bounce it off of Sarah Kate. And now Scotty and I have a dialogue. Like, I have great coaches that I can bounce ideas off of. Vicky from Lourdes, Gio from Doral, and Corral from LaSalle. Like, I have good people that I can bounce it off of. I don't want to miss anybody because I don't want nobody to feel like you just left us out. Coach L from Seminole Ridge. Like, y'all, it's too many. Coach Heather from Wellington. But it was good to be with them in that moment because when I asked them and they were so confident on their decision, I was like, that's the level of confidence that I will have and that I do have personally. But when I'm in charge of kids, I always wonder, am I doing the right thing? Even as a teacher, I wonder, am I teaching this the right way? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always bigger than me because the kids are the people that have to be able to receive and retain this information. So when they said that they did the right thing and they wouldn't change what they did, I was like, bet, cool, I'm here for it. And it's just, y'all, it's one of them things where I'm so appreciative of the people that I have in my circle. So appreciative. And even when they ask me, like, what's the rift between this? I'm like, yo, we ain't even got to talk about it because there's no rift for me at all. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things where I can only have personal feelings, but if I give out my personal feelings, then people are allowed to give out their personal feelings. And I really don't feel like dealing with nobody's personal feelings. I just think that what I do it so genuinely and people gravitate towards it. And I'm not trying to be liked. I'm not trying to be disliked. I'm just being me and knowing that there's space for me in this sport and people gravitate towards me. And I feel like people feel like they have to only hang with we only can hang with you if you have these qualifications, or we only want to be around you if you can benefit us in some way or form. And that's just not me. Like, I like having all people around me so that I can bounce ideas off of them. Kristen from Baker County, I'm about to go over here with her right now. I like being able to bounce stuff off of different people because they all have different perspectives. And that's just that on that. Extra large, Haggerty, y'all looked really, really good. It must be a lot of schools in Oviedo. Like, literally, it must be. Because I know for a fact I've seen at least 3 schools that got Oviedo on the thing. But Haggerty, y'all looked really, really good. 84.2, I definitely was not expecting that. I really expected y'all to be 87, 88. Shoot. Winter Park was a 92, and this ain't even about Winter Park. Coming off of our regions, though, I really expected y'all to be like 90, to be honest. But 84.2, I'm sure that you guys will look at y'all routine and say, it wasn't our best. We could have done better, and we're going to make up those points, and States is coming. So, hey, it is what it is. Hands up for Haggerty. Y'all cheer. I like y'all cheer in person. Video, it hasn't translated for me, but in person, I like the hands up for Haggerty. And that megaphone work, superb. Superb. If you see it next year in the Canyons, you was the inspiration. See, I don't mind telling you because you would be the inspiration. First Academy was second. They'll be going to semis because their score did not go high enough for them to go straight into finals. Toho, Villages, St. Cloud. Extra large division was good. Villages, y'all's campus is beautiful. Y'all are going to be a 2A powerhouse in no time because having the cheer thing there and having people see y'all campus and what y'all working with, oh my God. Y'all, their campus is like a junior college. It is beautiful. It's no way they're going to be a 1A for long. No way. And then with all of those people, their program is going to exponentially build. Villages is going to be a contender soon and very soon. First Academy, you guys are extremely clean. I got a chance to watch. I think I saw like maybe like one. No, y'all hit 0. I thought I saw maybe one thing that could have been better. But other than that, I'm excited to see y'all in semis. I'll be in semis with, it's going to be me, Gibbons. Well, let me stop saying me. Somerset Canyons, Cardinal Gibbons. Oh my God, Westminster. It was on the tip of my tongue. Westminster, Pace, First Academy, and the villages. So 6 are going to be in semifinals. And then today we got some extra large teams going. But 6 is in semi, so according to the rule, is 1 for every 3 teams. So one team will go out of these 3, one team will go out of these 3. So far it looks like 2 people going to make it out. Oh God, when the Saints go marching in, I just want to be in that number. I just want to be in that number. Hear your child, Father God, hear your child. Because when the Saints go marching in the finals, please, please let the Somerset be in the number. Please let the Somerset be in the number, baby. All right. Yeah, and I'm religious too, y'all. So don't ever think that I'm just on here wilding out, talking bad about people's kids. Yeah, I just said I'll dog walk somebody, but I don't know if Jesus ever had to get into a little scrappy, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. God gave you these hands for a reason. And it ain't just to cook, it ain't just to clean, it ain't just to read papers. Sometimes you gotta dog walk somebody. Sometimes you gotta have them on all fours, dragging them across. It is what it is. In small co-ed, D-Land, I'm always gonna say it wrong, D-Land or D-Land, whichever. Y'all's co-eds are for grown men. Y'all should be at UCA Nationals right now in the partners. No, but for real, y'all co-eds are phenomenal. And Troy University, I co-eded. Y'all co-ed like grown men. Grown men. It is amazing. 83.3, I do not think that's an accurate depiction of where you guys are, but co-eds are amazing. Timing, I think that y'all just gotta like make sure y'all dismounting all on the same time because the skills y'all throwing are sick. But I think that they are killing y'all in places where they killed us, which was like timings, transitions, making sure there's clear pathways, all of that good stuff. But y'all got so much in y'all routine, the thing would just be cleaning it up. But y'all look amazing. Super, super amazing. Under the land was New Smyrna Beach. I think New Smyrna Beach, were they the Barracudas? I think so. They look good. They had 81.2 and they had a couple of deductions. But I'm excited for small co-ed. I got people that are in small co-ed. So, I mean, you know, Western are my folks. I love Coach Carey and Coach Christie. And we got work to do. And we got days to prepare. So, States is going to be a good competitive atmosphere. And I'm going to love and hug on everybody that won't love and want to hug. And I'm going to root for my people. But at the same time, I want all kids to do the very best they can because they work hard. It's not about the coaches. It's about the kids. So, hey, I'm in if you in. Let's cheer for everybody. Genuinely cheer for everybody. And let the chips fall where they may. I'm okay with that. That's who I am. George Jenkins in medium co-ed got first place with an 82.4. They had about 5 points in deductions. George Jenkins, y'all just got to clean up as well because y'all skills are pretty good too. It's just 5 points in deductions. Y'all just got to be able to clean it up 1,000%. Lake Buena Vista, they were the ones that had on like the baby blue collar shirts. They had a lot going on. Baby blue used to be my favorite color, so that was cute, but they just had a lot going on. In large co-ed, Bartow with an 83.4. They ended with a 77.4. That's a 6-point gap. Y'all must have got a legality somewhere. Had to. Other than that, when I first got here 3 years ago, Bartow was like banging. And I don't know what's going on out there in that area, but it just seems like it's not the same level of Bartow that I was accustomed to when I first got here. And I know that there's been coaching changes, and I know that, you know, like kids graduate and you have to refuel the program and all of that good stuff. I expected Bartow to really come out and just like sting. You get what I'm saying there? Because they the Jackets. I expected them to really come out and sting. And I mean, they scored an 83.4, but I think even Bartow can agree that either they're rebuilding or they're doing the best they can with what they have. And that's perfectly fine. It's not a slight to anybody. I just remember Bartow when I first met them, and they were sick. Which is why you got to keep feeding the beast. You got to keep fueling the program. You can't get complacent because kids will graduate, kids will transfer, people join the military, and their families will move. So you have to be ready to uphold the standard. And Ridge Community, they were also in large co-ed. Y'all, Ridge Community had a blast, even though it was probably one of the most frightening things I've ever watched in my life. Because although they were having fun, it just looked scary. But they had so much fun, but it looked scary. Other than that, that is everybody for Region 2. Region 2 takeaways: Winter Park, fire. Lakeland, fire. Foundation, fire. Timber Creek, love them. Haggerty, look, I want to say fire, but I also still have an allegiance to my Wellington people. But Haggerty, y'all have an amazing, you know what? Y'all are fire. Y'all are fire. Because I can't say that y'all aren't fire if y'all are fire. Y'all are fire. Y'all are. I love that though, because at the end of the day, extra large non-tumble is going to be a great division to watch. Y'all are fire. Yeah, I ain't gonna be like that. I'm better than that. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm excited to see the state's like performance order, which hopefully comes out tonight because we're going to Region 1. That's the last region. And then all of regionals will be done. States will be set. And everybody, good luck getting ready for states. Don't do too much because anything can happen. But at the end of the day, do what's best for your program. Peace.